All right, let's talk about turning an idea into reality fast. Today, we're diving into a playbook that's all about getting you from that brilliant concept to your very first paying customer. And we're going to do it in just 2 days. Yeah, you heard me, just 48 hours.
So, be honest for a second. You've had it, right? That light bulb moment, that amazing business idea, and then nothing. You just get stuck, totally overwhelmed by what to do next. It's that classic idea paralysis, and it kills so many incredible projects before they ever even get a chance to breathe.
Well, the way to break through that paralysis is with this super simple mantra. This isn't about building some huge empire overnight. It's about a really tight, powerful little loop. You do something small, but genuinely valuable for someone. You listen really carefully to what they say, and then you do it again. That's the whole philosophy we're going to unpack right now.
So, how do you actually do that with this 48-hour action plan? Now, I want you to think of this not as launching a business. Instead, think of it as running a tiny, super low-risk, high-speed experiment. The whole point is to get you real answers and to get them fast.
Okay, so here's what the timeline looks like. And trust me, this is a sprint, not a marathon. Just look at how fast this thing moves. You start the clock by literally just naming one person. 4 hours later, you've already made contact. By the 24-hour mark, you've actually delivered the service. And at the end of the 2 days, you're looking back on real results. It's all about rapid, focused action.
Let's break it down, starting with day one. This whole day is about two things and two things only: finding that one person and making a connection. That's it. No websites, no logos, no business cards, just good old-fashioned human interaction.
The steps for day one are almost like deceptively simple. Step one, you pick a person, not a target audience or a demographic, a single real person with an actual name. Step two, you send them a message. Seriously, that's it. That's your entire mission for the first 24 hours.
Now, the key here is to lower the stakes, like dramatically. You're not cold calling a CEO. This whole playbook works best when you focus on the small, fixable problems that are literally right in front of you. You know, your neighbor with that squeaky bike that drives everyone nuts, or your friend who keeps saying they need to get their guitar restrung. These are the perfect places to start. And hey, you don't even have to sweat what to say. Here's the exact script. Just notice that magic phrase, "I'm testing out." This immediately frames it as a low-risk experiment, not some pushy sales pitch. You're not asking for a huge commitment, which makes it so much easier for them to just say yes. Okay, let's jump to day two. You got a yes? Awesome. Now it's time to actually do the thing. But even more important than doing the thing is listening. This is where you turn your action into actual valuable insight. The mission for day two is just as focused. You deliver on your promise, and then you immediately capture what they thought about it. See, the goal isn't just to do a good job. The real goal is to learn from the experience of doing that job for that person. And here's a little pro tip for you. While you're working, let's say you're fixing that bike. Talk about what you're doing. You know, hey, I'm just adjusting this little part here, and that's what's going to make your gear shifts feel super smooth again. This shows the value you're creating. Oh, and snap a quick photo, with their permission, of course. That's your very first piece of marketing material. Now, after you're done, you don't just ask, "So, did you like it?" No, you ask this magic question. It's brilliant because it does two things at once. It tests if they'd actually pay a real price for it, and it finds out if they're enthusiastic enough to recommend it. This is the question that gives you real actionable data. And when they answer you, don't just nod along. Get out your phone or a notepad and write down their exact words. If they say, "Oh my gosh, this feels like a brand new bike. I'm definitely telling my friend Sarah about this." That isn't just feedback. That's pure marketing gold. That's the future headline on your website, right there. So your 48 hours are up. The bike is fixed. You've collected the feedback. Now for the most important part. What did this whole micro-experiment actually teach you? It's time to look at the results.
Look, success here isn't complicated. It really just boils down to these three simple things. First, conversion. Did they even say yes to your offer in the first place? Second, satisfaction. Did what you do actually feel valuable to them? And third, referral potential. Were they so happy they actually mentioned other people who might want it?
Now let's talk about the money. You might think, the amount doesn't really matter. But even a tiny amount, like $10, is unbelievably powerful. Why? Because the second money changes hands, your idea stops being a hobby, it stops being a favor, it becomes a real transaction. It's proof, actual proof, that someone values what you do enough to give you something for it. That is the clearest signal of demand you could ever hope for at this early stage. And that right there is the ultimate prize of this whole sprint. In just 48 hours, you've taken a guess that was stuck in your head and you've turned it into a hard piece of evidence from the real world. That one data point, it is infinitely more valuable than a 100-page business plan.
So that's the theory. The challenge is on the table. The playbook is right here. Your 48 hours start now. So I'll just leave you with this one simple question to get you going. Who is your first customer?